We're at it again, building a tiny home, except it's not for our neighbors and it is not for us. This tiny home is for... It's for these guys. We were able to find the Rhode Island Reds that we had wanted, and now we have little babies and they need a home. Okay, you'll notice it's pretty large and we have a plan. So everything is going to have the lean-to roof like our shed and our house is going to have. And we're going to do 2 coops. So there's going to be one right here, and that's where the babies are going. The middle section is going to be open but roofed, and that's where all of the supplies and the food is going to go. And then this section here is going to be another coop. We're going to have 2 coops. So the plan is these 12 are going here, and they're all little ladies, so we do need a roux to add to our flock. They're going to be in here. Once they start laying, we're going to take some eggs, maybe like 20 of them, and we're going to hatch them. And when they hatch, they're going to go into the second coop, and this way it keeps them both separated. And then the original bunch, when they're like a year, are going to be meat. So they're going to be our meat chickens. So they're going to go into the freezer. And that's why we wanted Rhode Island Reds. They're great layers, and they're a good meat bird, and we can hatch the egg. And that's what we're planning on doing back and forth. Again, take their eggs and then, hatch and go to the other side. This way, our thought process is you're not feeding, 50 chickens all throughout the winter, because now you'll only have half. You'll always have eggs, you'll always have the turnaround, and you'll always be able to have more chicken, and then, gets us chicken in our freezer. Now, we're starting, I guess, fairly small. We might start with, say, 20 on each side. Well, 12 now, because that's what we have, but we'll probably go to 20 on each side. So that's obviously not enough for like a year's worth of chicken, but it is a start, and that's our plan. Let's see how it works. Now we are putting them here. This is kind of our backyard area. You see where the camper is. The house is going to be in front of that. Everything is a disaster right now, but it's a work in progress. Anyway, the coop is going to go here because we figured it is off to the side, and they can go back here. We are going to have an enclosed area and then an open area for them, but all fenced. So this way they're not totally free ranging, but they will have some free range stuff. But anyway, these are all wild raspberries, and we thought the chickens would like to eat the wild raspberries, and then they'll have some shade and some sun, some open area, and also some shaded, like closed tree covered area. I think this tree might have to go. We'll see. But that is what we were thinking, and that gives them a little bit of everything and the best of both worlds. It kind of nestles them in the woods here and keeps them out of the way. As you can see, it is starting to take shape, with higher in the front, lower in the back, or vice versa, I guess, however you're looking at it, for the lean-to roof. You'll see the little opening in the front right here where Patrick is standing. And it's what size? 4 by? This? No, the coop part. This? Yes.
4 by 8.
4 by 8. And then the middle is 8 foot wide, and that's going to be the nesting boxes will be in there to get the eggs and then all our stuff, a little extra storage. And then this is the other side, And again, 4x8. We usually go extreme on coops, and we always make them too big, and they don't need to be that big for the chickens on the inside. So we're trying to, I mean, this does look a little extreme for a chicken coop, but we're trying to keep it, you know, where it would fit.
I said it should only be 6 foot, and you made it 8 foot right off the bat.
Yes, Patrick wanted 6 foot, 4x6. And I was like, oh no, too small. I need 4x8. Because I know we might expand chickens and you want to make sure you have enough room. You obviously don't want to make it too small, but you also don't want it too big. It's just more to clean, and they just don't need it. They're only sleeping in there. But anyway, it is starting to take shape. The roof is starting to take shape, but you will notice he's putting the cross beams on now. We are missing just one more 2x6. Someone miscalculated. So we might have a little gap over here. We might not be able to finish that side, but that's okay. Our main purpose is the one side of the coop. You know, obviously we got to get started on our own house as well, but we just need a spot to stick the chickens. Look at Patrick getting fancy with these shelf walls. So we're getting this part of the coop done now. We are going to put our mesh wire along the bottom here, dig down, and then like so. And then we want to put the walls on top of that. Guys, I don't know. The coop is coming along. We just have to put this other wall in. I'm in it now, but look, it's kind of little. I'm nervous.
It's fine.
I feel like now we need it bigger. I'm always saying, oh, it's too little, it's too little. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think.
No.
Okay, you see what I mean? It's tiny, I feel. But it's a nice size. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Anyway, we're going to have the nesting boxes right here. We'll cut that out. And they'll be, you know, opened from out here. And straight ahead is where the automated door is. We're going to have a full-size door here. But you can see it taking shape. I'm going to have to come back to you guys in a couple of weeks because we're taking a pause on this for right now. So this is all that's finished because we just need somewhere for the chicks to go. They're not even going to be outside yet or anything. So the outside part's not done, and this little middle section and stuff is not done. You know, we're going to be doing it in pieces. So I'll see you guys on the next adventure.